Welcome everybody, and this is so exciting. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so I'll just get started right away. The first poem is called Great Tree. Mid-70s through mid-80s, we caravanned each December with the Mingrams, Lees, and Shaws to a tree farm in North Jersey. Our quest, the perfect tree. Bundled against cold, we trudged through snow with, I'm trying to get this right. We trudged through snow with rope and handsaws in pursuit of a white or Scotch pine or stately blue spruce till we agreed and tagged our selection. Then usually Dad, but sometimes Mom, and occasionally one of the children shimmied beneath low-laden boughs, belly in the snow, to saw the trunk and bring it down. We dragged the fragrant conifer down the slope, hoisted it onto the car roof, where it suddenly appeared taller than we'd realized. Stopping for hot dogs on the way home, once someone asked if the forest tied to our Volvo were the municipal tree. We proudly set our trophy in a bucket of water until the week before Christmas, then struggled to force it through the doorway, one time breaking the jamb. Dragged it through the dining room, into the sunken living room, and lifted its grandeur into a heavy-duty stand, sometimes scratching the white cathedral ceiling. Friends often came to help. Mom brought out platters of pigs and blankets, cheeses and dips, her very special homemade cookies, and a punch bowl of frothy nog. Out came boxes of lights and tinsel and antique balls, hundreds of ornaments made in Mom's ceramic classes, as well as Patty Lay's exquisite hand-painted balls, carefully wrapped in wads of tissue. There were gift ornaments, travel mementos, miniature nativities, a Star of David fashioned out of painted popsicle sticks, and popcorn and cranberry chains strung by the children. Some brave soul would climb a ladder and lean way over to place the Lennox angel on tippy top. We'd flick a switch and ooh at its magnificence. Throughout the holidays, as the great tree settled, we'd keep clippers nearby so we could snip our way into the living room. Late at night, after the children were in bed, Mom would sit in the dark except for the twinkling tree lights and gaze peacefully at the glitz and glitter. After New Year's came the tedious task of taking the tree down, wrapping, boxing, and putting away. There was always an amusing moment in the midst of drudgery when somewhere deep inside the branches we'd come upon an empty Coors can, Bob Lay's annual prank. We'd wrap the tree in an old bed sheet, lug it to the curb, and spend the next 11 months vacuuming brittle needles out of the shag. Thank you. Holiday homecoming. She smiled as she dusted the ceramic creche on the old oak credenza, sang as she swept the kitchen floor, even lysoled the bathroom bowl with effervescence. Humming a Yuletide carol, the woman rolled pastry into a thin rectangle and cut cookies into shapes of stars and angels and lambs. Spontaneous praise proceeded from her lips as she stuffed the 20-pound turkey, trussed it tidily, rubbed it with butter and sage, and lifted it into the moderate oven. She dressed the table with china and silver, the slightly yellowed table linen stored in her mother's cedar chest, and a silvery bowl of pink poinsettias bought at the flower sale at church. Her feet ached, but her eyes sparkled. This was among life's highest joys. Her adult children would soon be at the door, bringing presents, hugs, and laughter, and she would get to serve them Christmas dinner. Okay, Bob and I worship at a Messianic congregation, which means that we get to celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas, Passover and Easter. And I have a poem on that line. It's called December Lights. It's the season of lights. We delight in the glow of Christmas and Hanukkah, the stories we know of God's awesome miracles, deliverance, and birth to show his great love for all people on earth. Alongside our manger, there stands a menorah. We sing joy to the world and then dance the hora. Ignite the 9 lamps and hang a wreath on the door. Tell of brave Maccabees, the virgin birth, and more. We worship with believers, Gentiles, and Jews. We recite the Shema and share the good news. Read Old Covenant prophecies from A to Z like the gospel revealed in Isaiah 53. Our Messiah is Jesus, Yeshua, some say. He's the light of the world, our great hope for today. We praise him, adore him. We're blessed to impart. His fire burns brightly in our circumcised hearts. We believe he was born to save us from sin, that he died and was buried and rose up again. By blood he has saved us. Our atonement he is. By his resurrection we'll live, for he lives. We are olive tree branches, Gentile and Jew, united in Messiah and all born anew.